Good morning, students. Welcome to your Information Technology and its application in business class. In today's class, we are going to continue with Unit 1, that is Information Technology and Business. The topic for today's class is Impact of Information Technology on Business. Now, before we move into the impact area, let us first try to understand what is information technology. Now, if we break this entire terminology, information technology, into two halves, we get one word as information, another word as technology. Now, what is information? Information is the processed data that we have studied earlier. It has its origin from the Latin word informere, which means give form to, means when the raw data or the raw facts and figures when processed, what we get? We get information. That is, in other words, data after being processed manually, mechanically or electronically gives us an output in an understandable form. This human understandable form of data obtained after processing of data is termed as information. This we have already learned. Next, what is technology? Now this word technology has its origin from the Greek words techne and logia. Techne means skill and logia means study of science. Now if we combine all this, the meaning of this word technology is, it is the application of scientific knowledge for practical purposes. Right? Now, then what does this entire phrase, that is information technology, means? So we are coming to the definition portion of information technology. Let us try to understand what is information technology. It is the study or use of systems, especially the computers and the telecommunications, for storing, retrieving and sending information. Now, if we formalize this definition of information technology, it may be visualized as the information technology, which can be considered as the combination of computation techniques and telecommunication in order to procure information, process information, store information, transfer information and produce information as an output in text format, in graphics format, in audio format or in video format. Right? Now here we are talking about computers. So this particular computer, it is nothing but it is a tool of information technology. From the perspective of information technology, computer is a tool for it. Now let us make it very clear at this stage that information technology came into existence very prominently in our day-to-day lives much before people have heard about the computers. For example, the typewriters, the calculators, these are used by people much before the implementation of computers in order to generate meaningful and useful information. Therefore, typewriters, calculators, etc., only to name a few, are also tools of information technology like computers. And it is to be noted in this context that we process data to generate information, that we know. The various tools of information technology are not only utilized to process the data, to produce the information, also they are very often used to process the information to procure more and more meaningful information as well. Right? Now, apart from this, in the present scenario, at present, all the business entities, irrespective of their volumes, must operate in the kingdom of technology. Due to this technological revolution, they must combat the global competition. Unless they are well equipped with technology, it becomes difficult to survive, as nowadays they even have to face the global competition at the home country also. But on the other hand, this technological progress provides them with greater exposure worldwide. Even the small firms can find their customers in the foreign countries. The greatest benefit that this technological revolution, that is this information technology, has provided not only to the business entities but ultimately to the human civilization also, that is the access to the resources that are located unevenly in the world. Right? So this was from the perspective of the business organizations. Now, before we move further, let us first see the contributions, the features or the characteristics that can be accrued from this information technology, the benefits, the features that this information technology provides us. First, access to resources. Now, information technology ensures access to dispersely located resources not only within a country, rather globally. We have seen that some countries are blessed with technological advancements and some countries are blessed with skilled laborers and some with minerals and other resources. Now this information technology, it brings all these resources together. Therefore, the human civilization has been progressing rapidly in the era of information revolution. Right? Next, communication. Now this information technology again, it provides the business entities with a systematic communication network. It is helpful for making decisions as well as their due implementations. It is not only the messages that flow through this network, even the resources can also be transmitted. As for example, the companies that develop software get their work done from the countries where skill levels are available at lower rate. And thus we can say that transmission of resources from one country to another. Right? So, next, accuracy. Now we know machines are less prone to mistakes than human beings. Information technology reduces human intervention that leads to more accurate execution of work. For example, unlike manual typing, if the documents are copied, once it has been prepared and it has been copied in computers, then you don't have to prepare the documents again and again, and there is less possibility of mistakes, right? So it ensures accuracy. Next, speed. Now, time is precious. The most important contribution of information technology is savings of time. The data can be processed quickly and can be transmitted globally within fraction of seconds. For example, the email facility. Email can reach anywhere almost instantly with the help of internet service. Right? So it's speedy. Next is quick rectification. Execution of work as well as its rectification if needed can also be done promptly with the help of information technology. For example, if any input to computer is wrong, once it is detected, can easily be rectified and there will be no further effect of the previous wrong input. So this particular feature is also available. Apart from that, the next one is the cost effectiveness. Right? Apparently, it may seem that the initial cost of the implementation of computer and other related devices are high. But in the long run, the average cost reduces to the minimum. For example, the cost of buying a laptop or a desktop computer along with the internet connection, it may be high. But in the long run, in a business entity, the cost of sending the emails will become the minimum if the number of emails sent is very high. Because whatever messages, whatever resources you have to share, you can share via the mail. The email facility is there. So the physical transmission of the resources or information is minimized. So it is saving the cost of the physical transmission. So one way or other, it is cost effectiveness in nature. So these are some of the basic benefits of the features that information technology provides to any business entity. Right? Now, let us see the areas in which this information technology is applicable or is quite famously deployed. Right? So let us begin with the next portion, that is deployment or applicability of information technology. First, in the banking. Now, deployment of IT in the banking sector takes place through e-banking, mobile banking, core banking services, telebanking and many more. Likewise, under tourism, deployment of IT in the tourism sector, it includes the rail and air tickets booking online, online reservation of hotels and many more things. Likewise, the same thing, this information technology is very much applicable nowadays in this pandemic situation in the education area also, which you are also facing, that your classes are being taken or are being conducted through online mode. Right? So the deployment of information technology in the education sector, it includes the use of audio visual aids during classroom teaching, during e-learning, right? In the sports and entertainment area also, the deployment of IT in the sports and entertainment sector, it includes booking online tickets for sports, for example, the IPL matches, online booking of movie tickets, tracking news through websites for immediate updates, right? All these are applicable. Nowadays, even in the hospitals also, the information technology is applicable. So the deployment of information technology in the hospital sector includes services such as use of the hospital website for various services offered, electronic medium applied to display the status of hospitals in terms of availability of bed, doctors availability and many more things. Right? Then the insurance sector also. Now this deployment or applicability of information technology in the insurance sector, it includes practical applications such as mobile alerts used for an inquiry of any insurance service. Premium of one branch can be paid through any one branches of the same insurance company. Like, and apart from this, the area of office automation is also there. The deployment of this information technology has tremendous impact in the office automation through computerized accounting and electronic records of attendance and many other things. So these are the main of the few areas. The area is vast. Few areas in which this applicability or deployment of information technology is very much visible, and we face this in our everyday day-to-day life. This applicability of information technology. Right? Now the next thing, the next area that we are going to cover up over here is the impact or the effect or the way the information technology affect the business organization. So next we are moving to the core area of our class, that is impact of information technology on business. Now this information technology has its deep impact in each and every business sector, irrespective of the size of the business. It may be a big one, it may be a medium one, or it may be a small business organization. So let us see some of the impacts of information technology on businesses. Like first, business data processing. Now what is this? Business data processing or BDP is a fundamental business activity. Now this information technology or IT has a deep impact in facilitating data processing of any business. The various steps of business data processing, that is recording of data or data entry, classification of recorded data, analysis of classified data, summary of the analyzed data, and conversion of the summarized data into information is most commonly implemented using the electronic spreadsheet. That is another name for your Microsoft Excel application. Right? So this data processing of any business organization, it is the fundamental activity nowadays. Right? Next is the business data storage. Business data storage is a very vital business activity. Now this information technology has a deep impact in facilitating the data storage for any business. How? We know we can store data using the DVDs, USBs like pen drives or external hard drives. Then we also use the remote storage facilities nowadays, such as storing data in a cloud storage provider, like using your data or storing in your drive. For that we use our Google Drive for storing the information in the cloud platform, right? So this is how it is impacting the business data storage area. Next, now office automation. Now this through this applicability of this or through the deployment of this information technology, office automation is very much possible, as office automation, it implies starting from the biometric recording of staff attendance, computerized accounting of business transactions, then maintaining various official records. Like, so apart from this, the maintenance of the office in a structured way, including all the officers in a well-mannered, in a well-structured and well-organized way. Information technology is very vital and it very much affects the office automation area. Right? Likewise, the next one, intra-organizational communication. intra-organizational communication, it means what? That is communication within the single organization. I repeat, intra-organizational communication, it means communication within a single organization. That may happen between one department to another department, that may happen between of the same organization or same company, or that may take place between the one management level with another management level. So within a single organization, when the communication takes place, we call it intra-organizational communication. Now, through the deployment of information technology, this intra-organizational communication is facilitated using instant messaging facilities, social networking websites, online customer relationship management tools, etc. And this communication will be within the organization, within its organizational boundary, with the help of information technology. Right? Next is the inter-organizational communication. Again, it's another form of communication when the communication takes place between a company and with another company, between a company along with its customers, between a company along with its suppliers. So, inter-organizational communication means communication between two or more organization or two or more parties. The other party should be the outside one. Right? That's why we are saying that under inter-organizational communication, the communication may take place between a company and another company, between a company with its customers, between a company with its vendors or suppliers. Right? Now, through the deployment of this information technology, the inter-organizational communication, how it is facilitated? It is facilitated through inter-organizational e-learning, then electronic supply chain management. That's why I had said that the communication takes place between the supplier and the organization. So, different communication and the facilitating the communication between the parties are being conducted with the help of this information technology. So, it has its important impact in these areas. Now, apart from this, the BPO services, that is business process outsourcing. By this term, what we mean, what is the thing that comes to our mind? That an organization entering into a contract with another organization to do its own work on behalf of the first organization. So, it means an organization enters into a contract for specific business task, either such as payroll preparation and any other work, with a third-party service provider. And its service provision, it's multifaceted. Different types of services are being offered by the BPO companies, like customer support services, then technical support services, then telemarketing services, then information technology help desk services, then data entry services, data processing services. So, all these are being conducted under the shield of information technology. So, it has its important impact on the BPO services also. Right? So, in today's class, we have tried to focus on the area of information technology and its impact on the business organization in brief. And while studying the impact, we have learned what is information technology along with the terminations or along with the terminologies in a separate way. We have seen the features, we have seen the applicability of the information technology, and in brief we have seen certain areas in which the information technology it has its impact on the business organization. Now, in our next class, our target will be to continue with the impact on business organization of information technology in certain specific areas that we are going to elaborately study. Those are the business data processing area, the intra and intra-organizational communication using computer network or using network technology, and the BPO, that is business process outsourcing, along with another important area nowadays, it's very important, that is KPO area, knowledge process outsourcing. How these areas are being affected by information technology, that we are going to learn in our next class in detail. So we are concluding this class over here. Thank you.